Well, hello. Happy Labor Day. Yeah, you're probably thinking you know all the little details about Labor Day there is to know, right? I mean, it's been around for quite a while. But, yeah, I'm going to fill you in a few things you probably don't know. Does the name Peter J. McGuire mean anything to you? I know you're thinking, oh, Dave, come on. That was the unknown brother of Jerry Maguire in the movie of the same name. No. Peter J. McGuire. Huh? Maybe the manager of your local coffee shop. Or perhaps he's your mechanic. Well, no, unless he's like 190 years old, because Peter McGuire lived from like 1852, something like that, I don't know, to 1906, I think. Give you a little better look at him. There he is. Fine, distinguished looking gentleman, huh? Hmm. He was actually the guy in the 1880s that proposed Labor Day. Now, we all know what Labor Day is to us, but I'm thinking back in the day, Peter didn't have all the technology we have, to keep track of stuff. And I'm thinking poor Peter, well, he kept forgetting his wife's birthday, you know? And guys, we all know what happens to husbands when they forget a birthday. Yeah, you're thinking, well, we all know where he's sleeping, right? And I say, well, probably a little different you're thinking. Not in a doghouse, because two things. I mean, back in the 1800s, dogs were just dogs. They didn't have dog houses. Probably slept out on the porch or whatever. And then in the 21st century, dogs are dogs. They can do anything they want. Probably sleeping on a $200 dog bed next to the fireplace. So, you have a car. That's what we do today. Anyhow, Mr. McGuire thought, what would it make it easier for me to remember when there's a birthday? Well, why not have the birthdays all kind of grouped up as much as you can, right? So he proposed Labor Day, a day that every woman they would plan on having their birth the first Monday of September. That would give you, basically that little window, like mid-August. You think, wait a minute, I should be doing something. What's coming up? Help you out here. So he came up with September, early September, because he figured in November, we got Thanksgiving, right? Everyone's getting together and overeating, and so he thought, well, all right, Thanksgiving has a little bit of window there, and you got to give it a couple of days because we all overeat and you got those big bellies you can't. Well, anyway, yeah, let that go away, and so he thought that 1st of December, 1st of September, 1st of December to 1st of September. There you go, perfect. Now, of course, he said this to the men, and the men, all they heard was, hey, a day off with pay. Ah, sounds great. The women knew this was the stupidest idea since since the stupidest idea before that. So, the thing is, women had no say in anything back in the 1880s, 90s, I mean, sad to say that, but that's the case. Here's what women mostly spent their time doing. Having kids. Take a little better look at that, huh? Having lots of kids. Now, I'm not going to tell you that if I know that was really a family photo or, could have been a school classroom photo or something. But, think about that. But what do I know? I wasn't there. But neither were you. So, we're going to take it as a family photo. So it was all right because, men didn't think about this for a while because, hey, what the heck? There was one day of the year you got to go out and have handcart races and get paid. That's not so bad, right? The problem with that was, they quickly learned that we can only have sex during what was this, stupid? So, it went from an idea that maybe was at first cool, hey, okay, yeah, that would make life simpler, but once you thought about it, well, this is dumb. Now, Peter McGuire, like anyone, he had ego, he had, some pride. He didn't want to look like a jerk. So what'd he do? He lied through his teeth that this was ever his intent about Labor Day. What? Labor Day? You idiot. No, Labor Day. It's because of all the hard-working men and women in America. Should get a day off with pay. And of course, who's going to turn that down, right? That's what we do. We love free stuff in America, you know? Government does all kind of stuff for us, doesn't pay for it. Now, I know you're thinking, what do you mean, Dave? Free stuff in America. Well, I'll show you right here. Here's what we got. I'm going to run this all the way. It's our running national debt. 35 trillion, 970 billion, 38 million, and then it changes that quick. It's like, that's government for a long time giving us stuff, but not paying for it. They don't actually pay for Labor Day. I mean, that's just a mandated holiday that then private business kind of falls into having to, oh, okay, it's a national holiday. I guess I have to pay you for not coming to work, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But I said it's mandated by the U.S. government, and 35 trillion 970 billion. We probably should, I don't know, start figuring out how to pay our bills. Anyway, it's Labor Day. If you're one of the lucky ones that are getting paid to sit home today, great. Enjoy your day. You're going to have to go back to work tomorrow, so whatever's left today. I'm retired, so that don't mean anything to me. Tomorrow, I'll forget I said anything.